I'm the legend from the Paul Feinbaum Show, and I'm in the starting lineup.
I'm Terry Quillian, and I'll be in the starting lineup every Saturday morning.
I'm Keefer, and I'm part of the starting lineup.
The starting lineup, 10:30 to 11 on ABC 3340 every Saturday morning. Welcome back to the starting lineup along with Kip Keefer. I'm Tony Kurre. Stuart Rome. You never know who's going to drop by the starting lineup. He's joining us this morning right here on ABC 3340 from the Woodhouse Day Spa. We'll talk about him in just a minute. We have a lot to get into here as we're inside now 90 days to college football season. Kip Keefer, what's shaking bacon? You good? We all ready to go?
Let's do it. I'm ready to kick it off.
I mean, this is going to be one of those situations where, I've talked to people and I'm like, let's try to remember this moment in time, this moment in June. And enjoy it, because next thing you know, we're going to turn our heads around and we're going to be into week one with Clemson and Georgia, of course, right after our first show, college football show.
How good is that?
How good is that going to be? Talk about that a little bit. Clemson, Georgia, the first game that we're show is going to be backing right into and button up to. It's going to be awesome.
And this is going to be something you need to get used to, because every week, the noon games have always been kind of like second-class citizens.
Big Ten schools. It seems like it's always Big Ten schools.
Exactly. Yeah. But now the ABC ESPN plan is to make that one of the premier games of the day. Right. So you're going to have Alabama games, Auburn games. We'll have Texas, Oklahoma. Will be coming on right after that. And that's an SEC conference game, by the way, which that's an interesting dynamic. Tony, the thing, and Stuart, you can chime in on this too, please. One of the things I find most interesting is so many fans really have not grasped all the changes they're going to see. I think I told you about the conversation I had with a pretty informed sports guy who was saying he was really afraid, he's an Alabama fan, afraid of Ole Miss this year. And I said, well, you don't need to be afraid of them. You don't play them. He goes, oh, we always play Ole Miss. So, dude, not this year. They're not on the schedule. He goes, we played them for 50 straight years. Yep. So they don't even realize. I said, you could play them in the SEC championship game. And he says, well, no, we can't. We're in the same division. I said, we don't have divisions anymore. So, I mean, I think fans are going to be shocked when we actually get to it and they realize how much different this is going to be.
Stuart?
Yep. No, I agree. I mean, it's all driven, of course, by new TV deals and things
Absolutely.
like that, which is going to be great because, we need some shake-ups, some changes and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about it, actually.
Me too. I'm still trying to scratch my eyes wide awake to the fact that Oklahoma and Texas are in the SEC. I look at the schedule and I'm like, wow, that's a great non-conference game. Well, it ain't a non-conference game anymore. No, I think it's fantastic, and I don't know how they pulled an antitrust lawsuit settlement out of their what was it, $2.7 billion?
2.8, but who's counting?
What's a million or two or $1 billion to? I don't know how they turned that around as quick as they possibly did, but now that they have settled that, now it's time to try to settle everything else, and that is Title IX. What sports are we going to cut? I had a great conversation with Mark Ingram from UAB. Basically, what the NCAA is going to do, and they're obviously they're pilfering out this money to all these schools, the big schools and the small schools, and everyone's going to have to pay their share now in order to pay for these student athletes to play football. And so for like a UAB, where it may come out to $3 or $4 million a year, they don't have $3 or $4 million a year. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to basically banish your wages. You know that big check we give at the end of the year?
Yeah.
We're going to hold on to that now and see where we're at the end of the year and balance it out. So as opposed to some of the bigger schools, and of course you got some SEC schools that are going to be paying out $30 or $40 million. So first year where college kids are going to be getting, and for whatever reason, I don't know where they came up with this number, but why did they go back 10 years? Why didn't they go back 15 years or 20 years? Or why did they go back only 5 years? Why was it retroactive back to 10? So it's going to be very, very interesting.
The attorneys.
The attorneys said let's go back 10 years. Hey, Stuart Rome, one of my best buds, great guy, Woodhouse Day Spa, birmingham.woodhousespas.com. Birmingham.woodhousespas.com. A week from tomorrow is Father's Day. We're here on this Saturday, and of course I wanted to get you in here because this is one of those places where for Mother's Day, slam dunk. 905-7676 are right there in the Summit. But we're trying to get daddies out there, men, to realize, hey, listen, you've been missing out, partner. You need to go to the Woodhouse Day Spa. Tell people about some of the great deals you got going on.
Quickly shout out Greatest Generation, 80th anniversary of D-Day.
Today. Yes.
Today.
Absolutely.
Never be another generation like that. People just don't understand
what those guys did.
We complain about a Wi-Fi not being fast enough these days, and look what they had to go through. So shout out to them first of all.
Absolutely. Thank you for doing that.
And so as far as Father's Day, we always talk about that. Of course, it's guys in general to go to the spa like women do, but it's been picking up the last 10 years, and it's a great experience, as you know. So we're trying to get the guys in there, and we'd like how about instead of the mom and daughter, how about daughter bring dad to the spa
Yes.
next week and those kind of things. It's great bonding with the daughter. And the son could bring it.
I've been doing it. I've been doing it with my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter's now a regular there at the age of 12. She thinks every holiday she's getting a gift card to the Woodhouse Day Spa, but she's going to be taking dad in, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, so we're trying to get the dads in there. Everybody's well overstressed, as we know, and nothing better than a massage or a pedicure. Guys are getting pedicures now these days, facials, anything like that. So get those guys in, get dad in. He'll be much more relaxed. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy him a lot better. Okay?
We say for the college football season, Kip, it's perfect because obviously you got your stats of games, right? And you can pick the part of the day because you always get there like an hour early. I take a nap in the relaxation room. I do. And then I get my service and then I hang out for another 45 minutes or an hour, have a mimosa or whatever I want to do. But it's a great opportunity for the guys to take care of their women because I know that sometimes guys are a little absent during this time of the year, college football season, because we like to take long weekends and play golf during the day and watch football at night or whatever. And at the same time, we need to take care of our lady friends, but they can take care of us for Father's Day. So it's just a great wham.
Well, I came clean last time Stuart was here that I have never had a massage. So I'm a candidate. Maybe we'll do a docudrama about my first experience.
We could do that.
So people can see all the great facilities at Stuart Hall.
We'll give you the four-handed with two therapists at once. It's going to be fantastic.
A four-handed. When's the last time you had a four-handed, Kip?
Let's see. That was back in, never mind.
Okay.
No, it's great. And, Stuart's been on Tony Kurre Radio now for, 2 or 3 years. We do a great show called
When in Rome
with Stuart
ingenious.
Rome. And it's won an award. I got to find out what this award came out of L.A. It's a hybrid show where we talk about the Woodhouse Day Spa, but he also plays classic rock during it. So he gets to pick the theme every week. Sometimes we do a Disco Sucks theme, or we'll do a heavy metal theme, or this week in rock theme. And he does Jazz Fest themes and stuff like that. So you can check that on Spotify or wherever you listen to TKR. It's on 5 days a week. And then I've learned so much not only about him and his family, but also his business, and that it's just top of the line. He of course came out of New Orleans. He came up here in Birmingham and saw just a great need, and has just done a fantastic job. So we love that. So go to the website birmingham.woodhousespas.com, birmingham.woodhousespas.com. We got you on for Mother's Day, and we'll get you on for Father's Day. And I can promise you, I promise you, guys, once you get this card or once you go to the Woodhouse Day Spa, you're going to wonder, why the hell did I wait so long?
Folks, don't give your dad a tool or socks or
Tie.
a tie. Come on, man. Socks, thanks. No, send dad to the Woodhouse Spa. Give him a real break, a real treat, a real luxury. Your dad deserves it.
We're going to have you on throughout the rest of the summer. And
I'm looking forward to it.
Get ready for football season. So
looking forward to it. Hey, that's Sunday the 16th. We're going to have special cocktails for Dad. We're going to have old fashioned bourbon
great.
Milk punches. So yeah, that's going to be fantastic.
Bourbon milk punch.
Oh yeah,
that sounds good.
Just come get one without getting a service. You'll be fine.
There you go.
We'll do it.
That sounds good. Go to birmingham.woodhousespas.com, birmingham.woodhousespas.com, 905-7676. Or as Stuart always says, man, just stop by the store. It's right there by Saks Fifth Avenue in the Summit. You don't have to go up and all the hullabaloo up there. Just go on that first street right down to Village Tavern, and you'll see it tucked in down on the left-hand side. It's fantastic. It's the Woodhouse Day Spa. We got a monster show today. Tell everyone what's going on today. We got Keefer coming up with plays. We got some more futures bets. The NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs have already started, so we're stoked about that. It's going to be a monster show today.
Going to be great. We've got the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga this weekend,
Awesome.
which has never been there before. So that's going to be really fun. Whole bunch of stuff to talk about today on the show.
We'll be back here in the starting lineup.
The Birmingham Racecourse Casino turns dreams into reality. Like Roger M., who just won over $51,000. And Rebecca, celebrating a life-changing jackpot of $160,000. You could be the next to dance the Icky Shuffle with a big win.
Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! And you can be a winner too!
Don't miss your chance to be our next big winner at the Birmingham Racecourse Casino.
My name is Chris Sykes, and I'm the Executive Director at the Alabama Wildlife Center. The Alabama Wildlife Center is Alabama's oldest and largest wildlife rehabilitation facility. We've been a nonprofit for 45 years. We've been in Oak Mountain State Park for upwards of 35 years. We have a dual mission of rehabilitation of injured and orphaned birds of Alabama and also education. The money that we receive from the Birmingham Racing Commission is so incredibly important to our organization. We take in upwards of 2,000 injured birds each year. So as a nonprofit, public funds is so vital to keep our organization going, to keep our mission alive and healthy, and we wouldn't be able to do the work that we're doing without the Birmingham Racing Commission. Whenever you come to the Alabama Wildlife Center, it's a family-friendly place that you can raise your kids, you can teach them about the importance of wildlife, and you might meet some feathered friends that are glove trained. You never know what you're going to expect at the Alabama Wildlife Center. For more information about our organization and our mission and what you can do to help us, visit our website at alabamawildlifecenter.org.
Been beyond blessed in my life that the Lord gave me some vocals, gave me some chords, man, so I could actually use that. And my mom, you know, when I was younger and I was in high school, I was 12, 13, 14 years of age. She's like, when you make it big in radio, man, make sure you profess your love for the Lord, make sure you get back and do all these wonderful things. So that's what I try to do, and I try to do that with Tony Kurre Radio with TKR, something I started about 4 years ago. I got the likes of Keefer, who's just wonderful. He does a show called Need to Know, which is a fantastic show, and also the Keefer and Kurre show. And of course, we're also doing this television show, which has been fantastic and an eye-opener, just a lot of fun. Go get the TKR app. We have 13, 14, 15 different shows. We're always adding shows, and they're all unique to Tony Kurre Radio. Wherever you get your favorite podcast, you can check them out. Of course, watch all those shows on, of course, our YouTube channels of Tony Kurre Radio. TKR, get those three little letters, TKR, Android or Apple, and you'll be good to go, and you can listen to Kip Keefer whenever you want on demand. It's great stuff. Speaking of on demand, you get him whether you like him or love him. He's the man, the myth, the legend. You do like him. You do love him. He's always got this forecast to see if we're a little cloudy, a little sunny today as we blow some of that sunshine right up here. This is the legend right here in the starting lineup.
Oh, look out right here, my main man, Bonnie Bowert. One of the Golden Boys standing over there with the great Kip Keefer. Throw the perfect pass today. Kind of look like Jalen Melrose in the pocket. Oh, I'm hearing great things about Mr. Melrose. We have an exciting time coming up this season. Somebody said the word 5,000 yards. Woo-hoo! Don't say it. Don't say it. Could Jalen Melrose throw for 5,000 yards in this Kevin DeBoer offense? I say to you, I know you people listening are real Alabama fans. You know more than a lot of people know on television. You know this. I know this. And you know deep down in your heart that Alabama, when we have been good, we had a great offensive coordinator, Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin tore it up at Alabama. Of course, Nick Saban had him with a collar, but he tore it up at Alabama. Then you had the Sharp. And last year, you had Tommy Rees, and we still scored 35 points. Well, now you have a Lane Kiffin back. Now you have a Shark back. Kellen DeBoer is one of the great offensive minds in the country. You put that with a great quarterback, oh, we may see 5,000 yards this year, Alabama. Get pumped with less than 80 days away. 80 days away, ladies and gentlemen. The 18-time world heavyweight champion, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 18 times we went into the ring in 1, 2, 3 with that hand raised. The greatest football program that ever stepped foot on a football field. 18 times, ladies and gentlemen, the Alabama Crimson Tide. We're getting closer and closer every day. And you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited. Now let's talk about a few of the teams that stand in our way this year. First, the Georgia Puppies. I mean Bulldogs. I guess they're a Bulldog. This is a good team, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's saying that Georgia's the new standard. Funny thing to me last year when we met in the ring, 1, 2, 3 for Alabama, but everybody says this is the standard. And they do have a good team. Carson Beck may be the best quarterback in the nation behind Jalen Melrose. And they got weapons, and they got players, and they got 300-pounders. But what they don't have is that mindset. You see, we done beat them so many times that when they step on the field, they thinking to themselves, oh no, that's that crimson and white team over there again that we got to deal with. It's a mental thing in sports, baby. The Bear Bryant said it's 10% athletic, 90% mental, baby. And up here, we've been beating them Georgia Bulldogs so long, it don't matter what the nation experts say. We own them. What about the LSU Tigers? Oh, let me tell you something. There's never been a bigger fraud in football than Brian Kelly, the biggest fraud ever. The man might as well just go on and go with all them folks that ripped off Wall Street, get up there with all them folks that went to jail because he's stealing from you, Louisiana. You Cajun people are great, best gumbo in the world, but you let this guy come from up north and steal it from you. LSU's no threat. What about Auburn? Never mind. I'm sorry, lad. I didn't even mean to insult you like that. I didn't mean to bring them up. Let's forget about Auburn. We know they're not in the national championship picture. Who can stand in Alabama's way? Ohio State? You know Ryan Kelly, that beard affects him or something. He puts that beard dye in his beard and it goes to his brain and he just cracks up when the game's on the line. Ohio State's no threat. I'm telling you this Alabama Crimson Tide team in year one, get excited! Year one, baby, of Kellen DeBoer can win a national championship. I'm excited. We're less than nearly 80 days away. It's time to get pumped. It's time to get ready, baby. It's time to do our thing. And at Alabama, it's all about championships. Remember, it's just a game. Don't be like the legend and the Golden Boys, sometimes in love and plumb insane.
The Birmingham Racecourse Casino turns dreams into reality. Like Roger M., who just won over $51,000. And Rebecca, celebrating a life-changing jackpot of $160,000. You could be the next to dance the Icky Shuffle with a big win.
Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! And you can be a winner too!
Don't miss your chance to be our next big winner at the Birmingham Racecourse Casino.
Brand new radio show coming on Saturday mornings right before you see us on the starting lineup. You can also catch us on WJOX 94.5 with the Game Time show on Saturday mornings. We set the stage, get you ready for everything happening on a sports weekend. It's outstanding. It's going to be additional 2-hour programming in football season, which is right around the corner. It is going to be epic. We are going to dominate your information systems here locally for football Saturdays with Jocks Game Time 8 to 10, the starting lineup 10:30 to 11, and then the kickoff of ABC football on SEC every week at 11. Do not miss a minute of it. Jocks Game Time now, Saturday mornings 8 to 10 on Jocks 94.5. Let's go to Las Vegas, and you're going to see an exuberant Case Keefer today, because all he does is cash winning tickets. He has had the best roll of his life in recent days, and he can't contain himself in this week's report. He's going to give you the rundown of all the recent successes and give you some insights on how you can get on the bandwagon. So here he is from the desert, Case Keefer.
Hey, it's Case Keefer coming to you from Las Vegas for another edition of my best bets for the starting lineup and now Jocks' Game Time, and I am coming to you in a celebratory mood this week. Our only bet last week did cash easily. Jalton Imeda by stoppage, only had to wait about 2 minutes for that one to come through, but that was just a small bet compared to the big winners here. The futures just keep rolling in. We are on an unbelievable streak on the segment. I think it probably started with the Rookie of the Year in the NBA. We gave out Victor Wembanyama at plus 220, and I know you're probably saying, well, that was a generational talent. How hard could that be? But I'm just as proud as that one as any. That was the best time to enter the market. When I gave out that pick, it was all Chet Holmgren. He was an odds-on favorite. Never got higher than plus 220, so we gave that out. Unanimous win, cashed easily. Then, of course, followed it with the first 2 golf majors. We also had a great market entry at Scotty Scheffler, 10-1 to win the Masters. Then Xander Schauffele, 21-1 to win the PGA Championship. But now maybe the crown jewel happened here heading into the Stanley Cup Final at the beginning beginning of the playoffs. I gave out Florida-Edmonton exact matchup. I said I thought that was the most likely Stanley Cup Finals matchup at 27-1, and what do you know? Here we are. So look, I don't mean to take too many victory laps, and certainly things aren't always this good. If you're betting seriously, you're going to have ups and downs. This version of the show, I think, started at the beginning of football season last year, and I think, at least on the show in September and October, we kind of struggled, heated up a little bit, especially in December, then maybe national championship to Super Bowl, we're a little bit back down. So there are ups and downs, but you got to enjoy the ups, and we are on one right now, and a chance for a lot more still to come. I thought we can look at what we've banked the past few weeks on the show and see how we want to position ourselves now for some of these big events going on this weekend. Let's start in the NBA Finals, where I really don't have too much to give. I've been all Boston all year. The beginning of the NBA playoffs, I said there was no reason to bet anything else. The only thing worth betting was Jason Tatum to win NBA Finals MVP at plus 260. Obviously, that is long gone, and I don't really have any plays to give out here, but I think if you bet Boston more often than not in this series, you are going to be better off than not. I think they win this series pretty easy, pretty convincingly. I think their metrics are just off the chart, and no one likes this team, I guess, because they're not built traditionally. They chuck too many threes. People don't like them, but I'm telling you, this team is dominant, and I really think they don't have too many problems with the Mavericks. I also recommended betting Tatum again last week, so hopefully you have a Tatum MVP position, and bet the Celtics game to game, anything you like Celtics-wise. I really think this is Boston's series, and it's a conviction I've had all year. We're going to eat one of these at some point. I'm going to be wrong and lose one of these futures, but I think we're set up well with Boston and Tatum, and I think that will continue. There already will be an NBA Game 1 by the time you're listening to this, but this will air before the Stanley Cup Final begins, and that's what I'm really excited for Saturday night, because as good as things have been with this exact matchup, it's going to get even better, because over the last 2 months, we have been building a Conn Smythe, the playoff MVP trophy portfolio on the show. We've only lost one of the 4 bets we've made, amazingly. Seth Jarvis at 140-1, the first one. The Carolina Hurricanes are out, but we also ended up betting Leon Draisaitl at 30-1, Matthew Tkachuk at 18-1, and added Connor McDavid at plus 850 over the last several weeks. I did go back and listen to a lot of these segments to make sure I had the right numbers. I think we're in pretty good position now. The 2 guys that are still up on the odds board that as of right now we don't have any exposure to are the Panthers, Sasha Barkov at plus 450 and Sergei Bobrovsky, their goalie, at about 4-1. I think some people might rest and be happy to have hit that big bet with the exact matchup and have another payout coming with the Stanley Cup, but I just love these things. I love awards betting, so I've really thought about this just obsessively all week, how I wanted to position myself, and what I've decided is if Sergei Bobrovsky beats me, so be it. I don't think there's any value on him at 4-1. Maybe if he's amazing this series and shuts down Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, he gets real buzz at the end and we can buy out for a modest profit given our other positions. But the guy I am really worried about right now is Barkov. I kind of started gathering the sentiment. This is a voted award, so it really comes down to people's opinions, and it just seems like he is the favorite of the voting base right now if the Panthers were to win. So I found him at the best odds of plus 450, and I just had to add him this week at that. And I did all this before I even realized ESPN put a straw poll out on Thursday with some of the voters, and Barkov had by far the most first place votes, so I'm glad I did that. If you've been following along with me and betting all these other ones, I suggest go ahead and get in on Barkov at plus 450 to go with McDavid, Tkachuk, and Draisaitl there. Speaking of plus 450, Kai, I had 2 more other plays I wanted to share. We're running out of time. Let's just go ahead and lock in Scotty Scheffler at plus 450 for the U.S. Open next week. That's only an implied probability of about 18%. I think he's more at least like 20, so it's not a huge value, but sometimes I think we go a little too crazy with this. I think Pinehurst 2 is going to set up great for him. I was waiting for that higher price. He got to 5-1 for like 20 minutes in a major sports book, got immediately hit down to 4-1. You can still find a plus 450, so let's go ahead and lock in Scheffler. Thanks for listening. Hopefully we continue to cash bets. I'll be back next week for more best bets.
Tony Kurre along with Kip Keefer. You were talking about your wonderful son, Case, a few minutes ago, and we were off camera in a second, just how hot he's been. I want people to realize something. First of all, during this past football season, we'll be on again this entire football season. We're going to be kicking off that Clemson-Georgia game. We went 22-3.
We had a great
the
stretch.
The two of us, 22-3. I'm not blowing smoke up here. I mean, you can go back and watch our shows here on the YouTube channels, and it's all right there. 22-3. We were on fire. Case was on fire as well. Kai came in here Kai Gregory from Southern Precision Staffing, one of our great sponsors, he went 9-0 one weekend.
Crazy.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And I know you hear all these commercials like, oh, 1-800, you know, the good guys in New York, we're going to be 18-0. That's a bunch of hooey. I mean, it's the real deal here, man. It's documented. Just watch us every single week. We're going to get hot again. We'll do it this year. We have a special gambling show with Case coming on, with Kai coming on, with you and myself, the four of us. We're going to be doing some plays. We'll be doing it every single week. So it's going to be fantastic. Looking forward to that. Should be wonderful. And of course, I want to thank the fine folks like Stuart Rome, who was on our show today. Winter Rome with Stuart Rome. Great show on Tony Kurre Radio and the Woodhouse Day Spa. But Kai Gregory from the fine Southern Precision Staffing, SBS. They do wonderful work. If your staff is banged up, you need some help in staffing, whether it's IT, construction, or anything else, they come in and they step right out and they step right in. Your word and your handshake still means something at SPS. Southern Precision Staffing, 205-682-2828, 205-682-2828, Southern Precision Staffing right here in Hoover, but serving the United States of America. With a couple minutes left, what's going on? We got the Belmont. It is not being run where it normally is. Why is that?
Belmont is under a complete refurbishment, the track in Elmont, New York.
Couldn't get it done in time, huh?
And they did not get it done in time, so Saratoga, which is not scheduled to open their season until July 20th, is opening just for a special 4-day festival weekend, and it is incredible. Racing yesterday and Thursday already in the books. Today, a whole slew of stakes races, including the Belmont Stakes. The big difference, Tony, is Saratoga is not configured to run 1.5 miles like they do at Belmont. So today, this will just be the Kentucky Derby distance of 1.25 miles.
Okay.
So that's going to be a little bit of a wrinkle. But just to see such an epic, major American race that's been going on longer than the Derby and the Preakness, by the way.
Well, will that change any records? The fact, I mean, this is the first time ever that they're not running
it's going to be a little bit of an asterisk, of course, just because it's just 1.25 miles. We had the aberration in 2020 when they ran the Belmont, much later in the year.
Yeah.
And of course, it was the first leg of the Triple Crown that time instead of the last. So we've had a few aberrations, but all in all, just the extra 1/4 mile is the only difference.
Hey, we do something here, the starting lineup. We like to keep it really local. Everyone knows who Kip Keefer is. Hopefully everyone knows who I am, and of course you certainly know who ABC 3340 is. We do this show every single Saturday. We want to thank you so much for watching, and of course, feel free to go info@TonyKurreRadio.net. Let us know what you think about the show, and we're going to be ready for college football season here within 90 days right here on the starting lineup. Have a stellar day.
Have a great weekend. Basketball, hockey, all kinds of action. We'll see you next week.
The Birmingham Racecourse Casino turns dreams into reality. Like Roger M., who just won over $51,000. And Rebecca, celebrating a life-changing jackpot of $160,000. You could be the next to dance the Icky Shuffle with a big win.
Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! And you can be a winner too!
Don't miss your chance to be our next big winner at the Birmingham Racecourse Casino.
We've really got a lineup this year and a group of stars that's going to take it to the next level.
I'm Terry Quillian, and I'll be in the starting lineup every Saturday morning with my hot take of the week.
I'm the legend from the Paul Feinbaum Show, and I'm in the starting lineup.
I guess I'm Case Keefer, and I'm part of the starting lineup. Make sure to check out my college picks each week on all of our starting lineup programs.
So make sure each week you're in the starting lineup. The starting lineup, 10:30 to 11 on ABC 3340 every Saturday morning.
The Birmingham Racecourse Casino, where a spin could turn dreams into reality. Meet Sammy F., who just won over $70,000. And Orlando P., hitting the jackpot with a whopping $100,000. Feel the thrill of winning and join the Dance of Champions.
Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! I'm a winner! I'm a winner! Woo! And you can be a winner too!
Your chance to be the next big winner is here at the Birmingham Racecourse Casino.